Okay, so we're dealing with this question here. Mandevu Enterprises Limited makes and sells furniture. The company has two production departments, cutting and assembly, and two support departments, stores and machine maintenance. MEL uses traditional absorption costing system to allocate production overheads to products. The following budgeted cost information is available for the month. Okay, so we've got four departments: production departments, cutting and assembly, and with the service departments, stores and maintenance. Okay, then here we have got the costs that this company faces. Okay, then they also give us this information. MEL prepared the following additional information, which is this. As well as solving, I'll explain how we use all of that information. Okay, so A, prepare a schedule of the total budgeted overheads for each of the four departments, clearly showing the basis of apportionment. Okay, so colleagues, see what we mean by apportionment is we are sharing out the overheads. Okay, basically like this. All right, for example, this factory insurance, it has to be shared out to production, assembly, stores, and maintenance. Same with this one, factory security, it has to be shared to cutting, assembly, stores, maintenance. So all these overheads here have to be shared out across each of the departments. Now, you're only dealing with overheads, indirect costs. So these direct materials, do not include it in our apportionment sheet. Okay? Do not include these direct costs. We're only dealing with overheads, which are indirect costs. So direct materials should be ignored. So the way we're going to share out these overheads is through this information here. Okay. This is the information that we're going to use to share out our overheads to each of the departments. Okay. So you're going to make a table like this. Okay. And in this table, we're going to clearly state what basis we're going to be using to apportion each of the overheads. So remember, to apportion is just basically to share out. Okay, so we are going to begin. Oh, this has to move there. Yes, so our table is going to be like this. So we're going to start now apportioning each of these overheads across the departments. All right. So we're going to start with indirect wages. Okay, we're going to come to this additional information here. Okay, and we're going to ask. So whenever you're choosing what basis to apportion with, uh-huh. Someone has raised up their hand. Oh, okay. Try to log in and log out. That doesn't work, then just wait for the video. Okay, so yes, we are deciding how are we going to share out these indirect wages across the four departments. All right, so we'll come to this in the additional information here. Okay, so it's up to you to pick. You have to pick the one that makes the most sense or is the most logical. Okay, so we can look at our information here to share out indirect wages. Okay, machine hours, since machine hours dealing with machines, so I don't think it will be a correct basis to share the indirect wages. Okay, direct labor hours, this is for the direct. Mhm. Um, it doesn't connect that much to the indirect wages. There is no logical link. Mhm. Okay. Direct labor hours, also, this one is mostly deals with direct labor, not indirect labor. Okay. Kilowatt hours. Okay. Also, that kilowatt hours and indirect labor, no logical connection. Okay. Floor area, colleagues, does it is it logical? Because remember here, you have to just choose which one is logical. So, does indirect wages and the floor area, is there any relation to that? Do you think there is a relation? I don't think there is a relation. Okay. Number of employees, we can use this one. Okay. We can use this one. Value of store issues again, not really that connected to indirect wages. Even value of machinery, no clear connection. Okay. So we can use number of employees. Okay, now this is how we are going to do it. Once we've chosen what to apportion, so we'll put here basis of apportionment, we're going to say number of employees. Okay. So we're going to total up first. What's the total number of employees? We're going to say 16 plus 36 plus 6 plus 6. Those with calculators. 16 plus 36 plus 6 plus 6. 64. Okay. 64. So this is how we're now going to share. Okay. So for the cutting department, they've got 16 workers. Just hold on, colleagues. Let me just get this going. All right. So yes. So we'll start with the cutting department. So you're going to say for the cutting department, you say 16 over 64. All right. Multiplied by this total amount here. Because this 138,000 is the one that we're sharing across each of the departments. Okay. So for cutting department, we want to say how much of this cost are they going to get? So you're going to say 16 over 64 multiplied by 138,000. Those with calculators, 16 over 34 divided by multiplied by 188,000. Huh? 4,500 or 34,000. Okay. Assembly, you're going to say 36 over 64 times 138,000. Okay. 36 over 64 times 138,000. 77,635. Okay. Then you're going to go to stores. This is 6 out of 64 times 138,000. Say the number again. 12,900 and what? Okay. Similar with maintenance, you're going to do the same. Okay, since there are also 6 workers in the maintenance thing, so you're going to do 6 over 64 times 138,000. Let me just do a transaction, colleagues. Just give me 2 minutes. Just want to do a transaction here. But yes, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Hello, can you get me? Can you get me, colleagues? Okay, I was asking any questions. Okay. Madam Diana, you can ask. Madam Diana, you can ask. Mhm. You choose your basis of apportionment. Basically, just saying, what am I going to use to share this overhead? Okay. That's the first thing. You choose the basis of apportionment, how you're going to share the overheads. So we chose the number of employees. So we come to this table for additional information. Mhm. Come to this table for additional information. Okay. We get the total number of employees. Okay. 16 plus 36, 6 plus 6. Total number of employees, 64 employees. Right. Then we're going to make each of these numbers fractions. So for cutting department, you're going to say 16 over 64. Assembly, 36 over 64. Stores, 6 over 64. Maintenance, 6 over 64. Once you've converted them to fractions, then you now multiply each fraction with this 138,000. Because the 138,000 that is being shared. So you multiply it with each fraction. We go to the next one, which is factory insurance. All right. Factory insurance, we come back to our table. We say, okay, how are we going to share out this factory insurance? Okay, we can use value of machinery. Okay, value of machinery. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes. Okay, oh, so we get the total 480,000 plus 200,000 plus 80,000 plus 40,000. 620,000. Okay, what's the number again? 800,000 flat. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start with cutting department. All right. We're going to say 480,000 over 800,000. Oh, here. Um, we're going to put the basis of apportionment, value of machinery. Okay. So for cutting department, 480 over 800. So this is the amount we're sharing. This 24,800 is the amount that is being shared. So 480 over 800 times 24,800. What do we get? 14, 14,880. Mm. Now, who do we believe? Hmm. Yes, 14,800. Uh, if you haven't found 14,808, those who are finding those other figures, what were you dividing by? What were you dividing by? Just do 480 over 800. Okay, you can ignore these other three zeros at the end. Okay, in the exam, you don't write too many zeros there. Just write 480 over 800. Then you multiply that by 24,800. For assembly department, 200,000 over 800,000. So 200,000 over 800,000 multiplied by 24,800. What do we get? Okay, stores, you're going to say 80 over 800 times 24,800. 2,408. Let me just admit someone's trying to join. 2,000 what again? Okay, 2,408. All right. Then maintenance, it's 40,000 over 800,000. 1,000. Any questions? Okay. And the next one is factory security. So we come here. Factory security. Let's see. Machine hours, no. Direct labor hours, no. Kilowatt hours, no. Yeah, I was also thinking. Floor- I think floor area and stores issues. No, stores issues, no. No. I think floor area is the only one here. Or maybe number of employees, but still more the security guard is not protecting those employees. So let's say floor area. Let's use floor area. Uh-huh. You choose one. You never have to use two. Always one. It's just that you can use. There are situations where you can use. There are different ways you can apportion. Okay. Yeah. So we say that what's this? You never have to use two bases of apportionment. You're always using one. Okay. It's just up to you. One at a time. Yes. I just said that there will be situations where you can use more than one basis. So it's up to you to choose which basis you feel comfortable with. Okay. Mm, so, what floor area? So we have to first get the total floor area. So total floor area 600 plus 800 plus 400 plus 200. 2000. Yes, it's 2000 actually. It's correct. 2000. Okay, so we'll start with cutting part bit. So you say 600 over 2000. Remember, we are sharing out this 21,000 kwacha across each of the departments. So 600 over 2000 multiplied by 21,000. Okay. All right. Assembly. You're going to say 800 over 2000. Okay. Okay. 84. Okay. Then the other one was for, is it stores? 400 over 2000. And this last one, maintenance 200 over 2000. 200 over 2000, you're going to get 0.1. 0.1 times 2000. That's the so 0.1 times 2100, 210. Are we getting 210, colleagues? 200 divided by 2000, 0.1 times 2100. Oh, it was 21,000. Ish. Ish. Yes. It's me was made this. Yes, 2,100. Yes. Yes. Any questions, colleagues? Very easy, right? Very easy. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Let's see, Mr. Mr. Kasono? Mr. Emmanuel, wouldn't you agree? Yes, Madam Karen. Yes, yes. There are people. Oh, you know exactly what to lose. Uh, no, that's true. Yes, it can get confusing which was to choose from here. Okay. Yes. There's a table that I had. Okay, I will just look for that table. Okay. It gives you what you can use, right? Yes. It's thing. It's a lesson, Mr. Casson. Let me look for that table first. This is overhead apportionment, sharing of overheads across departments. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's assignment two. Yeah. So find yourself. Don't be lost. Ah, yes, don't worry. We've still got other overheads to share. Just remember, Mr. Casson. Um, yes. Okay. Here's the table, colleagues. Yes. Let me just I bring it to thing to Excel. Okay. Let's see. Do we have security here? Rent rates, heating and lighting, depreciation of buildings, floor air, depreciation, insurance, cost or book value of equipment, personnel, office, canteen, welfare, wages, cost offices, first aid, number of employees or labor hours. So I think maybe can we say that security falls under personnel office? Because I haven't seen security here. But do not worry, colleagues. You won't be penalized, okay? Because we used floor area. They connect a bit. There's some connection, okay? Just don't use a basis that is parallel, which does which has got no connection. Yes. So colleagues, you can get a photo of this table here. Yes. Uh-huh. Security and floor area. Mr. Emmanuel, if you look at these other ones, floor area looks like the closest thing. Yeah? It looks like the closest thing next that can be attached to security. Okay. Yes, basically they're guarding the whole area, the whole perimeter of the building. Okay. Think of a shop, the guards in ShopRite. Okay. The ones in ShopRite when you enter ShopRite. That although they sit by they're always just found per door, but they're in charge of making sure everything is going correct in the whole shop there. Is that okay, Mr. Emmanuel? Okay. You can also use but number of employees. If you see a connection, you can use it, okay? Dr. Eno said you can put a narration of why you've chosen that. Okay, colleagues? I don't know if he told you. Did he tell you that? That you can put a note to explain what so just know how to defend your point, okay? So that it's not parallel. So colleagues, yeah, this is very easy. Have we all grasped the concept? We can say bye now. Is it safe to say good night now? Madam Lavette, is it safe to say good night as the concept has been grasped? This table, yes. Wait. Your question is, are you asking that are you talking about these ones here which I've circled? Uh huh. Uh huh. And what about them? Yes. No. You have to put something here, madam. Or these calculations here. Um, for the assignment, yes. In the exam, yeah, I also. Mm, yes. Or let's just do factory rent and rates and machine depreciation. Then, I think by that time everyone would have fully grasped what's going on here. Yes. So, Mr. Castle, all of them, yes. Yes. These are in the exam. These are the ones you do last. Okay. Unlike financial management, where it's 50% theory, 50% calculations, here there's a lot of calculations. So there's nothing that I'll just go on the theory. No. Yes. So, Mr. Casson, since you came in late, here what is just happening, sir, is we are these overheads here. We're just sharing them out to the four departments. And how we're sharing them out, we're using this information to share them out. Okay. So want to share out the factory rent and rates, this 72,400. Want to share it out to the four departments. Okay. So the way we're going to share out this 72,400 is using the floor area. Okay. So when we come to our table here for floor area, as you can see, cutting 600, assembly 800, stores 400, maintenance 200. You get the total floor area, which is 2,000. Once you've got the total, that's when the sharing starts. So for cutting department, since it's got 600 square meters, so it says 600 square meters over 2,000 square meters multiplied by this 72,400 here, because that's the amount that is being shared out. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes. Yes. For basically, yes, twice, three times. Yes. It doesn't mean if you have, if like for example, yes, have you seen your area? We're using it twice. Okay. Yeah. Rent and rates. Yes, 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 yes. So you can use the, yes, yes, it can go twice. Yeah, this question never misses for Dr. Eno. So once you just grab this concept, make sure you get all the marks. 6,000 over 2,000 times 72 4. Yes. Okay, 21,000. All right. 800 over 2,000 times 72 4. Okay. Okay. Um, then we go to which one is this? Stores. We're going to say 400 over 2,000 times 72 400. No, it's good you're calculating, madam. 14,480. That's how you grasp the concept. Colleagues, remember this, always come with your calculator, okay? So that you easily grasp this concept. Okay, then maintenance 200 over 2,000 times 72,400. Mm-hmm. 7,240. Or 7, okay. 7,240. Thank you, colleagues. Yes. Yes. Are there any questions now? 7,240. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Any questions, colleagues? Very easy, right? It's just a long process. That's the problem. Okay. Because you can imagine your exam for cost accounting, you've got FIFO and LIFO to do, then you've got this. By the time you're coming out of the exam, That's why those who are making the timetables make sure for cost accounting it should be on a day you're writing it alone. Not you're going to write cost and FM. Uh, yes. Any questions so far? Okay. So we can pause here, colleagues. Remember, we're meeting tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow we can finish this. Okay, we finish apportioning these remaining overheads to the remaining departments. Okay. Because remember, here what is happening is this. Once you've apportioned all these overheads to the departments, you're going to get the total overheads for each department. And after you get the total overheads for each department, you are going to reapportion the overheads for the service departments. Colleagues, why do you think we are reapportioning the overheads for the service departments? For those who are there during the residentials, the first residentials, probably Dr. Enos said this in class. Why are we going to reapportion the overheads for the service departments? Because the service departments don't take part in producing the goods or the products. Okay. So after you've got the total overheads for each department, then what will happen is you reapportion for the service departments. You reapportion them back to the production departments so that you get the grand totals for the production departments. Then after you've got the grand totals for the production departments, that's when now you're going to absorb those overheads to get your overhead absorption rates. Once you get your overhead absorption rates, then you can now tabulate the cost per unit for each product. Good night, colleagues. Okay, see you tomorrow. Since it's a holiday, let's see. We can meet in the afternoon. What holiday is it even tomorrow? First?